What's up?
What's up, y'all?
I didn't hear what's up, y'all. Like you said, F y'all.
Same. It's morning time. I'm a lot different in the morning than I am at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the evening.
It's Monday, so get over it. We didn't do it Monday night. Monday is whatever.
I can't wait. I got to tune in their show anyway and make fun of a dyke.
Yeah. I'll be.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna be so messing with him so much. I can't wait.
What's up, Greg? So
we got an exciting show today.
Yeah, we hadn't had these guys on, and they haven't been on. They just kind of retired from the podcast industry. But before we get into that, let's just talk about our good friends over at Dent Slayer real quick. Show a quick video, but y'all don't. Y'all can have the morning.
It's my time to shine. I'm a morning.
Probably the only morning show we'll have. It's a very rare thing, but no, y'all go to dentslayer.com. They've got a lot of great training videos and stuff you can sign up for. So if you're new to the industry, even if you're seasoned and want to gain more knowledge, then head over there. Plus the tools, you can't beat Dent Slayer tools right now. Matt comes out with newer, more innovative stuff, and I can't wait to see everything that he's bringing to MTE.
Yeah, it's gonna be nuts.
Is month away.
It's still in traffic, won't be long.
Let's play this quick video real quick, and then we'll get into our show. I just realized that the flashing on the logo at the end goes with the tapping down, and even fades out with the
freaking James Ricci, man.
James is he's amazing. Oh man, so let's get into our show. We have no agenda on this. We just talking with Ben and Martin. Martin's easy to kind of get online. Ben's the one that's kind of
so busy making movies.
So busy making movies.
I don't know. He's kind of fell off lately. There ain't been much. Jason Statham movies out.
I think the last one was Meg 2, and he got eaten by a shark. So he hadn't really been hitting the movies.
Shark finally shit him out.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get these guys on. We're just gonna shoot the shit and see how y'all been. How have y'all been?
Thanks for that, lads. I've been trying to get over Meg 2. It was yes, it was a commercial failure, but
it's both the Meg movies were failures in my opinion.
Never watched them. I can honestly say I'm sorry. I
don't know. I watched the first one. Sorry, Ben. I didn't watch the second.
Does Grant Mitchell do movies? Does he?
Oh,
no, Nick.
See, that's what happened last time.
And then it took. How long have you guys been off the air now?
2 years.
2 years at least.
Salty for 2 years.
Wow.
It's like we never left.
It's quick, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe even almost 3 years. I don't know. It's been a while.
The amount
it feels like forever.
Anxiety and technical issues getting set up for today and getting logged on has just reminded me why we don't do this thing anymore.
Exactly. Yeah. I was worried for a bit. Yeah, I was the same.
So the reason we have a morning shows so they're not staying up as late as they were the first time we had them on, and then even the second time when we came on y'all show, I mean we didn't do it morning here, so it was nighttime there, but just not.
Yeah, I think we did like 2 o'clock in the afternoon here or something like that today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I appreciate you doing it this early for us. We feel
absolutely.
Yes,
we don't mind the late shift. Well, last time was late. That was
late. That's kind of like when we had Igor on. I mean, he It's like 1 o'clock in
He
the
had a cell
morning.
alarm for like 12:30 at night.
I remember. I think Igor brought it up on your show, but I think
Yeah.
he was one of our last shows.
And it was
We
on
must
forever.
we must have been on for about 4 hours. We just
Yeah.
left the thing rolling and got absolutely smashed.
We were
That's
so
awesome.
when we started, and we were swearing words at the end of it.
You're like the Europe dent nerds, huh?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Maybe that's why we stopped. I think we got cancelled after that. I think word went around the industry. Stop letting these guys promote you. They are not professional.
Several watching. What's up, Chris? What's up, Anthony? Thomas?
There he is.
Yeah, got a gang watching.
Morning, afternoon, evening.
Whatever it is.
We got the whole spectrum covered right now.
Yeah, we do.
So,
Worldwide.
Happy Monday. I think that's all we can put it down to.
Monday. Yeah, especially after we were shut down last week. So we're trying to get back in the grind, and it's like, not ready.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
Hopefully everybody has a happy and prosperous new year. So
I
hope everybody gets hammered with hell.
Not everybody. We need help. We need people to help us with the hell. So not everybody.
I heard.
Well, I mean,
I can pack my bag. I'll be over if you want.
Okay.
I've done 1 or 2 before. I know what I'm doing.
I don't know. I haven't seen your
references.
I haven't really seen your results yet. So still,
we got 3 hell
you-
cars next week and a hell car the week after. So we're still doing them from May this past year.
Printing checks.
Yeah.
If either of you have any video of your work, we'd love to see it. So
Yeah. I don't know that I could trust you guys. I need some video and not Photoshopped. We've seen that a time or two.
Quit doing that as well.
no, but you have Ben. You've been posting more videos lately and stuff, and I love your work. So
Thanks, babes.
Yeah, it's so awesome. And of course, Martin, we love Martin's work.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
but the amount of time that it takes for y'all to do videos and stuff,
Yeah.
I if I get set up to do a video and stuff like that, I just want to get done with the job.
Definitely.
Yeah,
That's me with having Amanda record mine. She's like, "We got to do this and that." I'm like, "Can I just fix the damn dent? Like, can we not just do that?" Like, no, we got
your social media content has gone through the roof. It's insane.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. We stopped being serious and trying to be
Amanda.
educative and just started being stupid, and it seems to work out well for us. So
Yeah,
I
but
got
it
plenty
gives-
of stupidity in my wheelhouse. So.
Well, it gives character to the company, though, doesn't it? It gives it that face and that approachability, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. People come in. I mean, we had a DoorDasher come by the other day. He's like, "I seen your videos; they're hilarious." So it's really cool.
Yeah, I think that's why I fell off doing a lot of the social media as well. It was kind of, I don't know, probably quite a lot of dent guys do this. You kind of have that content that covers every bit of damage that's probably perceivable. So I kind of just treated it like an online CV, if you like. So somebody inquires, "Hey, go check that video, go check that post," or "Here's an example of." And it's like, I can't, like the time it takes to do, like you say, to keep posting the same stuff. You've got to really be probably like you, Andy, where you're posting sort of different stuff, and Brandon as well, or the insanity that Martin does with these massive videos, which are amazing. But Christ, I can't do it. I can't. That amount of man hours is massive.
Right.
It is because it's not just the editing. The editing takes a long time to do it right, like Martin does it.
Bird for a bird.
Bird.
What's up, Dad? I forgot where I was going with this. But just the setting up like the cameras and stopping and videoing something where it looks like you're pushing and stuff like that, doing it by yourself is just so freaking hard.
Yeah, I don't have that problem.
Time consuming.
Sorry, twice as long to do the repair because you're having to move cameras everywhere, and then doing the editing. It takes. Well, I think I've got it down to about. I can do a rough edit in a day, and then putting everything into it, it's just hours and hours and hours. Yeah. But I used to spend about 7 to 10 hours just on the subtitles at the end of the video, auto translating it into 82 different languages. But luckily, YouTube's got rid of that now, and they auto dub it. So I'm Martino in Spanish. Now.
Oh, there you go. Martino.
So what's beautiful is I don't even know what you're talking about now. That's how bad it is. How much? It's like, you know, when your kids start playing computer games or you have no idea how to connect the latest Xbox or virtual reality machines I found out this year. And it's like, oh, damn, I just got old.
Yeah, right. Chris said he does a lot of time lapse videos of music in the background. They work too. Everything works as long as you're getting out there. If you're getting the views, and I wouldn't change anything up. If you're not getting, that's why we wasn't getting views for some of our videos. So we started doing different stuff until we found out what works.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Bird wants to know if you're coming to MTE.
Everybody's keep asking me this, right? What date is it?
I wonder why.
What date is it? Oh, it's the 28th to the 1st, I think.
Well, 29th through the 1st
of January, yeah?
Yeah.
January, February.
See, my life is now dictated by whether it's a kids' weekend or a not kids' weekend.
Get it? Been there.
It's a kids' weekend.
Oh, we knew it was.
Bring them with you.
But this always happens because every Kiko open day here is the same. It's just like by sod's law, at some point it must fall on a non-kids weekend, and then we'll just fly out or we'll go anywhere and do anything. It'll be a good crack.
Bring them along.
The Gaylord that we're at this year has like an indoor big swimming pool. Like it's set up for kids. So
it'd like the Gaylord, wouldn't you, Ben?
Yeah,
like
Kevin.
What's up, Graham?
Just to let you know, Kevin, I'm rolling deep with 5 kids these days. So if anyone wants to start a Kickstarter fund to get me and the family out there, no worries.
Graham can start getting his Google reviews back now, so we're good. That was awesome.
That was funny, man. Well played, G, man.
What's up,
Donnie?
Don?
Hey, Uncle Don's in.
A lot of people watching. I'm impressed with how many people are watching on a Monday morning. This is awesome.
Hey, we're going to change our time of shows now.
I'm down.
How many people are watching?
On in Don.
532. No, 22.
That's good stats for this time of morning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Daniel.
Jeff said Kevin got like 30 kids. Yeah, me and Brandon's some of Kevin's kids. So.
Yep. Play baby's kids.
I don't blame you, Chris. That Gaylord is expensive.
Oh, don't like expensive. I'm Yorkshire. We're tight.
It's true. It's true.
Yep, Stephen said now y'all want Mondays.
I didn't say I wanted Monday. I just said mornings are pretty good. You can have Mondays.
I've just realised it's 9 o'clock in the morning. We're not even near Watershed. I've got the bottom of my mug cracking on.
I cracked up early. He was like, I need to go make some tea. And then I heard the door.
Like, yeah, sorry about
tea is he making?
Hey, I don't mess around. City and Guild's accredited tea maker, I am, buddy.
I just keep going back to watching Ted Lasso. He's like, just takes a sip of it every time. Nope, can't do it. Nope, brown water. That's all it is. It's brown water.
You ain't lying, James. I don't know what day it is. We've been off for a week. We're going to be working today, off for 2 days, working again. Nightmare.
I'm going to the woods for 3 days, so I'll come back Wednesday night.
You going camping or what are you doing in the woods?
I don't camp in the woods. I just go hunt deer. I need some more meat. So
brother.
I'm going to kill my own meat.
Sounds like fun. Right, Vince?
I like deer meat, but I don't like working to get it. I'm like, hey, you got any extra deer left over? I'll
Sounds like a lot of people I know.
Yeah.
Down here.
That's a clean fun afterwards.
You guys do any hunting over there?
Both? No, only for work.
The shot.
We're not allowed guns over here. We're allowed shotguns, but that's it. So it's just your the shot, kind of stuff. You can get other like not machine guns, but you can get rifles but it's so strict over here because of what's happened in the past. So yeah, it's we're not allowed to have guns as such.
I'll be honest though, going up the local supermarket is like hunting near me. It's a bit feral at the best of times. So
everyone stabs each other. Especially if you go down to London, everyone's got a knife.
That's here too at the local Dixon Walmart. It's pretty feral all the time.
Yeah, I can attest to that.
Yeah, you see some random shit at the Walmart. What's up, Brian? Rob? Man, I can't keep up with the comments right now. I'm trying. Miss your
Yep, got a
comment.
lot.
I'm sorry.
So how's y'all's year been?
It's been
Man,
eventful is probably the best way of putting it. Well, the past couple of years have been eventful, but yeah, there's
Yeah.
been a lot going on. Move workshops. So we've got a new workshop set up now, which is wicked. A lot more space, can get through a lot more work, and just I think a lot of family life as well, more than anything. I remember when we were last on, I was saying this to Martin, when we were last on, we were having a lot of conversations on that work-life balance. And I think at the time I was kind of making light of, yay, is there a life outside of Dents, and how we all sort of laugh about that one. But the reality is I've sort of swung that around quite a lot now. So work is when it needs to be work, it's work, but there's a lot more home time now and family time, which is
good.
Wicked. So I've been investing a lot more in that personally.
That's awesome.
You know, and again, that's reflected on work though, because it's really made me knuckle down on things like pricing and, you know, all the big stupid challenge jobs and stuff we all do now and again. I'd much rather be at home doing something home life, or for me, than being sat at the work, slaving away for not the right money.
Yeah.
And whatnot. So yeah, it's getting that balance back in the right direction. I think it's probably been the biggest thing this past year or two for sure.
That's awesome, brother. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
That's like, you know, I've been shut down since the 23rd, so last Monday, and I won't reopen till Thursday. You know, I've had, you know, my cameras going off, and I've seen people drive up and then leave and see the sign on the door and stuff like that, and you know, or I get messages, texts, you know, hey, I swung by, or I want to swing by and get, you know, I put family first. I've always put family first. And there are times that I have to put business, you know, ahead, but family, man, you know, that's like going on the road to Andy's for 3 weeks, man. That killed me. It killed me being away.
Well, it does, man. And, you know, that was the first part of my career, you know, 10 years on the road. And what was weird, obviously, I came off sort of working abroad with the hailstorms and stuff, partly because of Brexit, partly because the COVID stuff was happening, but predominantly family life was taking such a hit, and it was getting harder and harder. The kids got older. But in coming back and setting the workshop up, I then became a ridiculously busy fool, working 70, 80-hour work weeks. You know, and obviously the podcast we were doing takes an insane amount of time, as you guys know.
Well done for getting this far.
Yeah, and before you know it, I was in probably a worse situation than I ever was working abroad.
Yeah.
So realigning that balance, it's not easy, man. It's not easy.
No, absolutely.
Got to be strict with yourself.
I think that's another reason I'm a fan of getting here early in the morning, like 4 or 4:30. Because everybody's still asleep. So at 5 o'clock, I'm shutting her down. Like I'm going home and doing our family thing. So at least that's how I kind of work my balance out with it. I occasionally work Saturdays if I have to, but try to be with the family as much as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that now. I'd much rather be at home and have the dinner on the table ready for when everybody else gets back than, you know, because otherwise I know it's a pot noodle.
I don't know what a pot noodle is, but it don't sound good.
Just in case he's watching.
Noodles in
it. James had a question. Martin, Ben, what type of work are your business made? How much retail versus wholesale versus hail? What's typical in Great Britain?
It's not so much hail. If we're lucky, we get it. If that's in the middle of the country, it's just a mix of wholesale and retail, really. You either have all your wholesale, so you go from place to place, multiple places a day throughout the week. A mix of retail or just retail only. I just do retail only, apart from body shops, and it kind of works for me. But I'm still a busy fool, you know. Sometimes working late or early mornings kind of thing, or even the weekends, because doing retail, a lot of people are at work during a weekday, so they can only have Saturdays and Sundays off. So sometimes I have to swap a Monday and Tuesday for Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, I'm not really interested in the trade. It's just, there's really good money out there. It's I just don't like salespeople.
Right, same. That was me, because like salesmen, I don't know about over there. Salesmen over here thought you should drop everything you're doing to come fix their sold you. And it's like, no, that's not my day. Kevin Bird's really good about that. He's like, hey, is it Tuesday? No. Well, then I'm not there, asshole. Like, go on, mind your business.
Yeah.
Wholesale is dead in the US. He's only saying that so no one else goes out there and finds it.
What about you, Ben? Are you all retail?
Bit of a, for the most part, yeah. Obviously, like I said, I've come from a hail background, and there's still a bit of hail in the mix here and there. And when some crops up, I'll get involved, or should one come to the shop, etc., etc. Retail, I would say, yeah, probably 90%. I do have a few traders, although I've gone. I don't know how much we can swear. Can we swear?
Yeah.
That should tell you all you need to know, lads. I have gone through, going back to the whole sort of work-life balance, a bit of a period of going, I don't need to be spoken to like that anymore by those trade accounts. Like Martin was saying, that everything should be cheaper, faster, blah, 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 better. So it just doesn't work. I think it was a couple of weeks ago, I had a trader giving me absolute hell down a phone because I dared charge him to £50 to drop a headliner, which was nothing. It was a dead easy headliner, but just the absolute audacity of it just blew my mind. And yeah.
Well,
I was angry Ben that day.
But I mean, they want you to do stuff for free, and I mean, I've got retail customers that'll act like that. I've got a lady who I've done work for in the past, and not anything for like 2 years, and then she came up here, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago. She's hit something in the front, but then she don't want to really pay me to fix it, right? But then the bumper's all broke, the headlights all broke. You can't put all that back until so I mean, I'm like, I'll do this for $500. I'll just reshape it enough to get the new headlight in. I'll glue get it to where I can get the bumper to stay in there and everything.
Make it right,
yeah. She scheduled it, no call, no show. She's called like 4 different times. I want to know if I can do it cheaper and stuff. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, but don't you think though it takes a certain amount of probably. Experience probably ain't the right word, but it takes a certain amount of time, probably in any trade or industry, to get to that point where you go, no, my time has a value, rather than just going, yeah, no worries, I need the job, and that's not to.
I've always told people it's up to me if I want to do it free or cheap or whatever. It's not up to you.
Yeah.
Don't come at me acting like
he's scary when he gets mad, isn't he?
The screen light froze here for a second, but it's not up to you. Don't come here expecting, like friends and family and stuff like that, and just regular customers. Don't come here expecting me to do it for free. Yeah, let that be my choice. I love it.
I hate that shirt.
Wholesale and dealer and wholesale. A trader is usually a second-hand car dealer. Wholesale. What's wholesale? Is that like your auctions like that? Would you say?
That's like a guy that buys cars and flips them, by not really having a dealership, but he'll just buy cars at the auction to flip them.
Right. Yeah. I think dealers are just dealers.
Dealers are dealers. It's wholesale to me.
Big and small. So yeah.
The are aware of your friends and family policy. Mm-hmm. On the bottom of Ben's cup. Chris, I don't know if this helps you, but we got a CRM system that sends out text reminders, and people got to confirm, and that's helped us with the no shows a whole lot. So I recommend something looking into that.
This lady did that. She got all that, still a no call, no show.
Really?
I've had several.
Did she respond
like
yes to it?
Yeah, I mean everything was confirmed, and that's what I'm saying. But I didn't take a deposit, and then that's something that's changing when I get back Thursday. Yeah. I'm finally going back to. I've been threatening to do the deposits again.
Yep.
But starting January, going back.
Yeah, that's something I've got to knuckle down on as well. And similar kind of thing. But sometimes it's so quick fire. If you are just on your own or whatever, it is so quick fire. The time messing around, taking deposits, taking it off,
taking deposits. I got to get used to disciplined to making them sign every work authorization and stuff too. Because like I told Andy, like I did a job, I don't know, a month and a half ago, F-150 glue pulling on the roof rail through the body line, and my next to last pull, it pulled. It pulled clear. And so I told the guy, I'm like, I did not get you to sign my work authorization. That eliminates me from that. So and I have a body shop that I'll send to the phenomenal work, but it will cut me a deal, kind of like Andy does too. But he went there, got an estimate, and then went to a national chain that he's had work done before. I think they do good work. Who was more,
of course,
than about double what my guy was going to be. And so, but he's like, hey, can I just pay you for the dent repair, and then you just pay the body shop? I'm like, no, I'll just write you a check for the difference. I want to be as difficult as possible.
Yeah.
Because this guy he's pissed me off. And
yeah. Sometimes when they do piss you off, you just I've had it in the past where I've done maybe pulled some paint off, and then I feel really bad about it. And then it starts getting it's a lot of hassle. And in the end, you just go, right, here's the money, just get it done, bye,
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing. And this was at the very front of the hinge pillar up front. So probably about 6 inches up from the fender where it goes up. Now, that could be spotted in, blended. He's got damage on that same rail back towards the rear door.
Oh, well, there you go.
So I told him, I said, bring me the estimate, because I mean,
not fixing your whole rail that's already damaged.
Oh, no, they're that's what he wants them to, they're going to pull the bed off so they can repaint and clear that whole thing. And I'm like,
no,
but it's my fault.
Kind of
still get that glue pull waiver.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you need the waiver, really.
I got it. I just haven't.
It's difficult. I know what you mean. Sometimes just can't get him to sign it. It's the same with.
Cat there.
Where's the cat?
I was playing with that pen as well. But yeah, you've got to just get in the zone of taking deposits as well. And sometimes I've slipped, and then it goes back to them not showing up, and or they cancelled 2 days before and they want the money back, and you're like, what?
Don's asking what would be a good percentage to ask on a deposit. I don't know if you ask a percentage or just a flat fee.
I take £60. So that's 50 plus VAT. And I either say it's a bank transfer or it's cash. And then I knock it off the end payment, because if you start taking card payments, I get charged a fee for taking that deposit. And then if you want a refund, then I've got to refund it. And I've not done it, but I'm expecting, I would be expected to pay a fee for that. So it's just more money that you're losing. So I always say it's cash or bank transfer. Just do them as separate. Well, I mean, there's lots of ways of doing the invoices. I do separate ones, but
sounds like Graham's kind of the same spot.
Yeah.
Well, that's Graham Seaton got me into doing them, because I was losing. I think it was February last year. February this year, the 14th, and it was the 15th actually. So me and the missus went away. We could have stayed overnight, but I had to come back, and I had 3 or 4 jobs on the 15th. And they all cancelled in the afternoon of the 14th, so I had nothing on. But that's after I got back, and I thought, all right, that's it. Deposits from now on.
Well, no, everybody's different.
We do hail deposits on hail estimates. If you want to estimate, then I need a $100 deposit to come off your deductible. As far as like day-to-day jobs, I don't feel the need here to do that, because, like I said, we got a high closing rate when people schedule. They show up, or I don't get a response to my automatic text, and I kind of know they're not coming anyway.
I think that's probably the thing as well, though, right? Like you've just said there, with high closing rates and stuff.
That's my door. Somebody's out front.
Is that a certain tool delivery, mate?
I hope so.
You better go get it. I can see your tail wagging. Yeah, I suppose, like you're just saying though, with high closing rates, I suppose when you've got that, in one respect, does it matter as much? But obviously, then you're losing work if they don't turn up. I've lost my train of thought now.
Sorry, my doorbell screwed you all up.
but no, it's like, have you even got the time to do it? Again, going back to what I was saying before, you know, sometimes it can be so quick fire. If you've got estimates dropping in, the phone's going, yeah, booked a job, booked a job, booked a job. No, I don't need to do deposits, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That's like how that's for sure.
My deposits, which I did them for a while and then quit doing them, and I need to go back, and that's what I'm going to do. But I just charge $25. $25. Now, if it's, of course, if they call or they're going to pay with a card, I mean, it doesn't matter with a card. I always charge a processing fee anyway. But but even just $25, $25 just deters.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, you're committing to having the repair done if you have to actually pay money out before. Nobody likes losing money.
They don't want to lose $1. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Most of them. So, but it is applied to the total. Now, with the processing fee on there, it's just the $25 that's applied to your total. Mm-hmm. But anyway, that's what I'm going to.
With the hail estimates, like you put so much time and effort into that. Like that's why I do that $100. You can go cash out as long as I get my $100 ahead of time. Like, let me have something for the work we put into it, because they will cash out like a quick, and they'd be the ones. Oh, I'm not cashing out. I'm getting it repaired. All right, when you want to, I'll wait a little while. You're like, you're screwed.
Yeah, and are you finding they always show with a yes? I've had when I did
non-refundable, Don. I would.
Yeah.
If they don't show, then that's on them.
What's a $1,000 repair? We didn't say.
I know. Yeah, go for it. You can charge whatever you want for a deposit.
Some things don't change, lads. Some things don't change.
In the UK, we've got to kind of give it back if it's not within a certain amount of time. So if you put a deposit down and it's 2 weeks in advance, and then a couple of days before, they can actually get the money back legally. I think it's either 48 or 24 hours. Then you can keep a percentage or all of it.
Just back up a minute, by the way. What are you charging? £50 plus VAT for a deposit?
Mm-hmm.
How much are you charging for dent repairs, you're robbing?
As much as possible.
Yeah.
I thought we were all supposed to be dropping our prices.
Martin's becoming MTE and learning how to charge more, unlike Ben.
I went last time and it changed my life.
Yeah. See,
I get so much of that around my area. Again, we'll get into that age-old story or conversation about pricing. But I think now, going back to what I was saying about that work-life balance and it has to be priced right or whatever, I've noticed a lot more of, someone else said they do it for. Okay, why are you here then?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Sorry. This is what happens when we have a show during the middle of the workday.
So Chris, my normal estimating and everything here, it's cash. Now when they, it's up to them if they want to go the insurance route. And if they want to go the insurance route, then yes, I'm going to take a deposit. Once I have the claim number and everything else, and I'm about to do my supplement and I have the vehicle here, then I'm going to write it as high as possible. So if I was going to be $1,000 for the repair, and they decide, hey, well, my deductible's $250 or $500, then, I may be able to squeeze $2,000 out of the insurance company. You know what I mean? So, and I tell them, oh, your ding dong.
I had it muted the whole time, and when I went to unmute it, it's like Ray was sitting there waiting on me.
It's either a door or his microwave.
Yeah. But
just to say this now for any UK viewers or you guys, your ding dong's going off has a completely different meaning over here. Someone's having a good time at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
You notice it is a very short ding dong when it goes off. So.
Yeah. Not afraid to admit it.
Oh goodness! But no,
bless me with a beautiful smile, not other things.
when they always come, you always get the customer. Now this is a cash price. I'm going to pay cash for this. I ain't going through insurance. I'm like, this is your cash price.
Yeah.
Now, if you're going to pay with a card, you know, there's a processing fee, so it's going to be more. Now I try to round it down some, where it's an even number when it's cash, you know. But yeah, I don't, you know, if it's $1,000 job, I'm not going to do it for $500 cash. You know,
That's
I
nasty.
may do it for $980. You know,
I think I'm going to move toward. We were kind of doing that. I think this year I'm going to move towards writing it up full blown, like I was doing insurance, and kind of trying to push people to do more insurance. I'm actually got a Zoom call with Paul Corden coming up in a couple of weeks to where we can kind of lock down his methods of getting those insurance claims rolling a little bit better.
Yeah,
people got insurance, use it.
I've said it in past podcasts and stuff like that. In the UK, it's totally different with insurance. It's really hard to actually push jobs through, push PDR jobs through our insurances. No one's interested. They want to pay it, but they don't want to claim.
Yeah.
I'd hear a lot too. Like a lot of people would rather they're afraid their premiums are going to go up on insurance and all this, and it's a big argument. And like I said, that's one thing. That's a hurdle. A big goal of mine this year is a hurdle to get over that and try to figure out how to battle those ways to get them to file claims.
Still just write them up as you know, as you're doing and put the prices up. You'll either take it or what. You're still going to be busy, aren't you?
Well, if you write it up like you would insurance, and it's going to be something that, like, if I start doing that and you start doing that, Andy, it's not really something that you can give them right then, because you're going to have to build it. You're going to have to write it up in CCC or whatever to really write it like you normally would for insurance. And then if, you know, the bad part is, and that's what, you know, I'd love to know Paul's secret on this is being able to say, okay, well, this is how much it would be if we went through insurance and stuff. You know, well, I'm going to pay cash. Then you can really back it down.
Yeah.
But it takes time unless you've got somebody that's real speedy with CCC, because Mobile Tech doesn't have everything in it that, you know. So
I'm kind of, for smashes, I'm kind of wanting to try to that, you know, that CCC, that smart, whatever, where you start taking pictures and the AI does it for you, and kind of see if I can get something a little quicker with those estimates.
It's just, it writes it up as conventional though. So, and it's only just a kickstart. It's not a definite by anything.
Right.
So yeah, it's a little faster, but it's not, if they're wanting to pay cash, you know, but then I don't know. Then again, it could be like, hey, it could be this much, but once we get it in, there could be supplements on it, you know, just give them a range. I don't know.
Right.
I'd love to be able to do the full estimate like that and then back it down if it was very quick. So yeah, that's another thing.
What I mean. Like I said, that's what big O this year is, estimate processes and trying to boost them and, you know, find out ways to make them smoother, better, and get more closings on them. So that's our big goal.
Does it
call him the king?
Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say I had to call him the king, Paul Corden. I'm like, hey, because he's obviously got it figured out, right?
That's the thing, though. I think it's good. Call it a New Year's resolution or whatever you want to do in the new year, but it is good to sort of ratchet something up every year to just push something, at least something within your business or your level of what you will or won't accept for yourself or the business. I've definitely found it a really good move, just being a lot stricter on that pricing, or just going, no, that's my price. That's what it takes for me to carry out that job to the highest standard. And I'm quite a bit more expensive than X, Y, and Z, but I'll give you the no fix, no fee guarantee. You'll get your discount after you've used it once, and X, Y, and Z. I'll try and make it as risk-free as possible, and that's why you're paying what you're paying. And by the way, we'll probably still be cheaper than the body shop and faster and all the other good things that we do for
you. Let's bring it back to Anthony's question. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do the premiums go up for hail damage after repair has been completed in the UK?
Not to my knowledge. Could be wrong on that, but I've not heard of it doing so. I know a lot of the insurance companies will sort of play silly buggers with the customers in terms of, well, if you don't use our preferred repairer, you don't get your hire car, or your, you know, I guess what you guys call your deductibles, possibly. They'll go double, or, you know, all these little things they'll just tweak. But I've not heard of anyone getting shafted in terms of putting putting premiums up.
Well, like I tell everybody, and when I don't want to file a claim. I don't want my premium to go up. My question to them always is, how many times have you filed a claim? Well, I've never filed a claim. That's what your insurance is for.
How many times has your premiums went up? Well, several times. Well, okay.
It goes up without filing claims. Every year, your premium goes up a little bit, or it fluctuates. Even throughout the year, the monthly payments and stuff, you see like 1 month is a little higher than the next, and nothing's changed. The premium's still the same, but it's just kind of fluctuating. But it goes up every year. That's why you have to. Your premiums change every year. I mean, they do. It's like renewing a contract every year with your insurance company. So use it. The ones who are the ones that are like, hey, I'm going to file a claim, or I don't want to file a claim because I don't want to get canceled. And you're like, how many times do you file? Well, I just filed it like 3 times this year. And it's like collision.
You might lose insurance.
It's not comprehensive. Comprehensive and natural disaster type stuff. Anything that's not collision, then it's not supposed to go up.
That's a good question, Chris. I don't even know like a proper percentage for push to paint. Like, we don't do that often here. So
I should go down for push to paint versus 100%
repair. 20% off of the retail price. I don't know.
That's the golden question, isn't it? What do you do, Martin?
I'd probably say 20% off retail or something, because you're not putting that last 10% in here to get it absolutely like glass.
I'll do 30%, but
moving it out. What's that? Sorry,
I was going to say that's a big range there, because everybody's view on push to paint is totally different. That's just one of those things. That's one of them things that if somebody's just looking to make something look better, then using the Gene Fetty protractor.
I was just about to say this.
Cell is if you're standing there looking straight at that panel,
that protractor pricing after I saw Gene going on about that. Absolutely revolutionized, and I still use it now. It absolutely revolutionized it, but I'll only use it. It's customer specific for me, because I'll know. As soon as you know who's coming through your door.
Well, you also know just by looking at the damage too, if you can get the bulk out really quick.
Yeah. So
doing, what is it that Toledo calls it, that I've called it? The
rapid repairs.
Rapid repairs. So if you can put a cold glue on there, 1 or 2 little pools, and just get the bulk of something out real quick. You're not spending any time on it. You can do that for a couple $100 or whatever. If that's all that customer is looking for, they're not looking for anything else but this big caved in area, just kind of popping it out. If that pressure's locked at the top or bottom, it's not going to really do it. But cold glue's so great at just underneath or right there at the crown. Even if you made 10 easy pulls with that and cleaned it off and spent 10 minutes on that dent, I mean, that's a couple $100 compared to it being a $1,000-$1,500 repair or whatever for glassed out.
My biggest trash was that is like, okay, your customer's happy, but what about their friends? It's like, oh yeah, I took it down to so and so and they repaired it. And
it's head trash.
Yeah.
Trash. It's like I did one several weeks back right before Christmas, and that's one of them situations. I'm like, all I'm doing is getting the bulk of this out. They're like, well, it looks great to me, and I'm like, well, make sure your friends know. Don't judge me on this. You need to make stickers. Customer only asked for 50% and slap it on the back of the car.
It's a damn good point. I mean, I've done it before when I first started trying out that protractor pricing, when it is just that bulk out price. I'll get into this job for X amount. It's going to take X amount of time. I'd always make sure it was a cash job, because I didn't want my name on an invoice for it. Like Don's saying, you worried. Oh, well, Trident did that job. Never seen you before, pal. You ain't got an invoice off me. But ultimately, if you are doing invoices, then I will always put on what level of repair it is, whether that's through or even on the estimate through MTRX.
Yep.
Make sure you put a note on it that this is a 50% repair, or
I still post them.
Yeah.
When I make my Facebook post and everything else, I still do that. This was an improvement job, and I'll, even on the ad part, even on what I typed out, I explained everything. So, and I explain all this to the customer, and they're always like, well, if anybody asks, I'll tell them and stuff like that. But even if they don't, I have proof right here.
Yeah. Well, and that was the other thing, like doing all the work with Kiko and stuff, getting into panel salvage and, that push to repaint or whatever, and doing things like the Instagram lives and whatnot, was just saying, this is not PDR. This is GPR, or it's panel salvage or whatever. But when you're so prided on your company being perfection, or it's hard mentally to take that step back and go, this isn't PDR. Don't please pay attention. I'm not glassing this out.
And I've loved taking a lot of those on in the past year. I've done more probably in the past 2 years than I ever did before, but especially this past year, I did a lot of improvement jobs.
Yeah.
And it's finally got out of the mindset. Now, a lot of them do have significant paint damage, and I try, like I just did one, a 1996 Ram 3500. The guy's had since brand new. This son of a gun. You can ask Andy, the pictures on it. I mean, I was trying my best to talk this guy out of doing PDR on the 2 doors, because the whole front fenders were just gone on this thing. And, but he's had it since new. He wanted the original OEM panels. It needed paint work. I made damn good money on this job, and I was even reducing it down. Like, if I go by the exact size of the dent, I mean, I told him, I said, you're much cheaper finding a used door. I want OEM on this thing. I'm like, that's what a used door is. It's still he's like, no, I've had this thing since new, and I want these original parts on here. Okay.
I mean,
I've tried talking you out of this.
Yeah. You just got to listen to the customers, and if they want it fixed in and you give them a price and you accept it, then, you do it.
Yeah.
It's all, it's all up to you it's all up to you as a company, though, as well, right? How do you want to brand your company? What do you want to be? But that doesn't mean to say you can't still do these jobs. And to be honest with you, it's a worthwhile exercise I sort of did, was writing down, just take a month to write down all these jobs that you're turning away because they're not going to be glass finishes. So all these bulk removals, and just jot down in your, anywhere, what you would have charged just to bulk it out and how long it would have taken you. Then come the end of the month, have a look at those man hours versus what you've turned away, and then ask yourself again, why am I turning all this away? And I can guarantee you'll go, Jesus Christ, that's going to put my kid through college.
Well, it's one of the things that
quick, easy wins.
Exactly. And it's when you get so used to charging great money and for these jobs, and you're
great money,
and you're busy and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden, like me, I got to where this was one of my slowest years, then it gets you to rethinking, I started just taking a lot of this stuff on, and I enjoy it.
He's crazy.
I love it.
I mean, little door dings all day, every day.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Well, everybody wants that, but that's not reality. I mean, unless you're doing wholesale all the time.
Yeah.
But like I've done the stainless shells that go over the breathers on an 18-wheeler, the stainless the fuel tanks on an 18-wheeler, just to get the bulk of a dent out so it looks better. I'll do it.
Have you seen those where they're fixing the tanks and they fill them with water, and then they get they chuck it in and put the cap on, it goes boom.
Yep.
That's one thing I don't want is motorcycle tanks. I'll steer clear of them as far as I can.
You say that, mate. You say that again. Some of them quick, easy wins.
Yeah.
I know. I love doing it.
It'll be this guy right here doing them, not me. That's my new PDR tech. As a start of Thursday, he'll be full-time PDR. So I'll be like, hey, you want to do motorcycle tanks? You can have them.
Everyone needs a tank guy. Mine's Martin. I'll just send him up the road.
Right.
That's usually what Andy does with me. He sends them to me.
I'll be like, hey, I got a great guy in Alabama or even Hamby. I'm like, hey, if you feel like if you can ship your tank, like those are the ones to take it to you. So
I'm the same. Yeah, I just send them up to a friend up in a little bit further up north than me. Andy, Specialist Dents, best person in the UK for bike tanks.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah.
It's
gotta have those guys.
Well, I was up there helping Andy. He had a guy come in with a fender or whatever. He's like, hey, I got a fender here for you or whatever. Well, he doesn't have a tank vise or anything. So it took me longer to figure out how to mount this thing somewhere. I was in the back of a truck mounting it so I could get leverage and all kinds of crap, but it worked. It worked out.
Graham said he sends them to Ben and he sends them to Martin, and poor customers like, God.
Well, it's weird because if you draw a line between us, we form like almost this perfect triangle and there's just shit flying all around it.
We just passing jobs between us, yeah.
How far are all you guys away from each other?
Too far.
About, I suppose, probably a couple of hours in each direction, right?
Yeah, so about 2 hours to get to Graham, about an hour to get to you.
Hang on a minute. I was supposed to be catching up with Graham on Saturday. Where was my call, mate?
Hey, what? Where?
Seaton said he was coming to Meadowhall shopping on
Was
Saturday.
he?
Yeah, I was going to catch up with him.
We did let me know.
For a beer or something. But I will say this: I did drive past the day before, and I'm like, that traffic's a bit post-Christmas.
I was stuck in it for ages the other day. No, not a chance.
I was too grumpy, mate. I was watching TV.
I saw JJ in the background back there. Oh, he had his kids.
Kids, honestly, they ruin everything.
Speaking of kids, how did your presents cash for kids go?
Oh yeah,
presents.
The toys for the toys. The toy drives and stuff.
Toy drive.
Yeah.
Ours, amped up. Like we were trying to get more monetary donations this year for a certain thing that we give them to. Still got a ton of toys, so those went to the Cops for Kids, and then for the whichever one I get mine and Brandon's mixed up. Whichever one is the Dixon, and then we had almost $5,000 in monetary donations to give to the Help Center, which helped a lot of kids and families. They would not only do toys for the kids, they would do like helping people keep their utilities on throughout the tough times. So that's
such a good thing, man.
Absolutely, we love it.
We keep saying this, and we never got around to it. Like next year, if we don't contact you, you need to drop us a line and just tell us how exactly you're running that sort of. We'll get off. It'd be an awesome thing to do, really.
Absolutely,
we'll definitely do that. But yeah, mine went good. Less than what last year was huge. Like, to be honest, we had way too many toys.
Too many toys.
Well, the organization we've been teamed with for 4 years until this year was great, but then the last couple of years just got to where, like last year, we had all these toys, but we do this toy drive. They're who we're trying to give everything to, but then they absolutely had nobody lined up.
All right.
So it's like, what do we do with all these toys now? This year, we broke away from that organization, that program, and one of the guys that used to be with that program that split too, we had found one of the local cities, small little city here, that nobody ever does anything for this community, and so the police department got to where they were. He was wanting to. He got with like the school board there, the counselors for that whole school and stuff like that found all these families that they're not going to get anything. So they had like little wish lists for each family. We had the the age, the boy or girl, their names, everything. They wrote down things that they needed or wanted. Of course, you get the ones that, oh yeah, we want a Nike sweatshirt, or we want a Kinder Scott bracelet. We want, a
Dent Slayer bar.
Yeah.
Need limb.
if you're asking for stuff like that, you're not necessarily needy. You know what I mean? Like you're just wanting something. But we had already gone shopping with our monetary donations for toys before we had the list. And then we got the list, and we're kind of scrounging through everything that we had already bought, all these random toys and stuff. But there's a lot of older kids in there too, and they don't want toys. You don't want a 15, 16-year-old boy. They don't want Hot Wheels and stuff like that. So we had some monetary donations still left. And then once we got all these families done with what toys we had, then we were able to go out with what was left and try to purchase, specific things, clothing and shoes and stuff like that. So next year, what we're going to do is we won't go shopping with any of our monetary donations until we have all the lists.
Yeah.
Then we'll go shopping for specific things and all that, and be able to help even more families. But so they ended up having a full dinner we cooked for all these families, these kids. We had jumpies, we had Santa, we had a DJ, we had and one of the local little elementary schools let us have the auditorium there. A lot of the principal and teachers and the woman who was over all the counselors for the schools and stuff, they all helped wrap presents. So we had everything spread out. All the kids were having fun. We'd bring the families, like the parents, back and show them, hey, this is everything that we got for specific kids. I had it all lined out. And then, do you need it wrapped? Because we have volunteers. Most of them got the stuff wrapped. I mean, it was very, very good. And, the news was there and was able to capture that and really promote it. And you saw how much fun that these families and kids were having. They were very thankful. And that's what we've always worked towards and wanted to do. And I'm glad my buddy Randall could do all this. And so next year, I'm excited about next year's, even more than I have in the past 5 years. I'm excited about next year's now. So
Smashed it.
Yeah.
What's really cool is there's more and more people doing these here now, and we're constantly sending each other money. Like we're doing our own toy drives, but we're sending each other money to do help with their toy drives too, which is really cool.
Yeah, it is, man.
Chris's question: anybody take on chrome bumpers? I do not mess with chrome bumpers. I've seen bumper men do them, and they look hideous. So I'd just rather leave it alone.
Jesus, I remember probably.
You could use the power PDR box, can't you, to take some dents out of chrome bumpers? I've tried, but I couldn't get it to work.
I remember doing probably about 5 years ago. I think it was a Phantom. They have like the chrome grills at the front.
Okay.
And I remember it was just the tiniest little dent, like the size of your little fingernail. But right on the radius of one of these little chrome trims, and the old boy had dropped it off. I think he told me a new grill was something like $5,000, and it was going back to that thing we were saying before about waivers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and it was to the point of I was like, I don't mind getting involved in it, but the risk of something breaking when we do the strip and fit or whatever, it's pretty high. And then, can we get the dent out? And then, is this a risk we really want to take? And he was like, yes, it is. And I'm like, I'm not sure it is. But we did do it. I still have photos somewhere. The strip and fit was insane to get this grill out. And then the grill, like all the fins are like an individual thing. And Jesus Christ, it was like getting that massive Lego set for Christmas without a set of instructions. Yeah. And I remember sitting there just like with a number one tool on this desk, just every push was like a Mission Impossible, sweat on the brow.
1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 3,000. 2,000.
Correct.
He says a new grill's about $5,000. I said that's weird because the dent removal's about $4,995.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Funny how
I've
that
done. I think I've done like 2 chrome bumpers. I've done a couple painted ones, and I mean over my years, I just turn them all down because I unless it's really really soft. That's really the only way. That's really
And there's
the only
me
way.
holding you on a pedestal. Brandon, my idol.
Here's the thing. If it's a soft dent, I've got to R&I that entire bumper, basically take all the bracing out from behind it. Then, put it on a sandbag, blankets and all that, and dolly it out. It's not real PDR. I'm dollying it out from the back side. So with chrome can crack. It's just a plating. I'm not worried about the metal. Doing a painted one's a little bit different, but
with having CCC now, I'd almost rather like offer the option of replacing them, but like, or you want to replace it.
Yeah.
Like start doing that more.
Yeah.
You're not necessarily turning them away, but you're not PDRing that shit either and staying clear of that stupidity.
Yeah. I had Aston Martin DB5, the James Bond car, and this guy had just had it all restored. He put a newer Aston Martin engine in there because he's got loads of money. He likes the shell, but he just wants to be able to use it and drive it.
Yeah.
Anyway, he had one lamppost on his property, and he's got his own postcode. It's that big, and he reversed it into this lamppost and dented the chrome bumper. So he got me down there to look at it. I needed to kind of like panel beat it and then metal file it up, but that takes all the chroming off. So he's like, oh, it's going to be about £1,000, but I'll get 4 bumpers. I only need this 1 bumper or 2 bumpers doing. Oh yeah, and the mountings, I had to take the mountings off, and then once I'd done, re-weld them back on. But then I had to go into the local town and get them chromed. But then they said they can't chrome them. So I'm doing all this and that and whatever. I said, well, how much of a new bumpers? And he said, about £1,000 for all 4. I'm like, well, why don't you just do that? It's millions he's got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hassle. I got paid for my time, but that was it.
Right.
It's not worth it.
They think it's just an easy fix, and that's when it just. With me, I'm going to be honest and upfront with them. Like, you're better off replacing this by the time you spend the money of me attempting to fix this dent or whatever in this bumper, plus all the we call R&I. Yo, what'd you call it, Ben?
Strip and fit.
Yeah, strip and fit. When all the cost of
place for that down in
Nashville. Stripper fit. Sometimes it's just cheaper to get a new one.
Absolutely.
Especially a lot of these trucks and stuff. A lot of the rear bumpers now, it's 2 separate ends. It's just the left side and the right side. The whole plastic goes across, but let's just replace this. I'll charge you for all the R&I costs plus 20% on the part or whatever. But it's cheaper, and it'll be done back to pre-damaged condition.
They say never meet your idols, don't they?
I know. Now, stainless trim, yes. Stainless trim, even some of this, like light dents and some of the trim for modern cars too, that you can get access, like belt moldings and that. You can use the edge pliers to get those dents up, like hail damage dents and stuff.
The tool stool, Matt Boyette's tool stool, I've taken them off and put them on there with the tip screwed into the top. It works great.
There's ways to do it. Now, some of the like the upper moldings and stuff like that.
This guy's tool stool.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Dent Slayer.
You can get at dentslayer.com or pdrtools.com. A1 Tools. Anyway,
where's your ticker banners?
Do what?
Ticker banners.
Banners that go across the bottom of the screen.
What I mean.
That's too fine.
There you go.
This is what happens. This is what happens when those Dent guys quit. These guys ain't got anyone to copy anymore.
I was in charge of doing that.
Well,
you nailed it.
Yes. That's why Andy's in charge of putting the comments.
comments.
He's great
I
at
can
that.
nail that.
Left me out.
I'm great at changing the subject or getting off on.
We're getting long-winded.
Long-winded on stuff. But so I've been told.
There you go.
I mean,
Now I feel like I need to be sent some free tools because I got Dent Slayer tickets back. I'll jump in the comments with my address.
I'll send you some.
Like Matt just texted, he said he'll have them at MTE for you.
Thanks,
Well, gentlemen, I have enjoyed the shit out of this as usual. We need to do this more often. Even if you guys, any future of those Dent Guys coming back? Or are we kind of?
I think if this video gets 500 shares and 1,000 likes, we'll consider bringing it back. How's You're welcome.
Kevin Bird, make it happen.
Yep. If you came to MTE, I'm sure that you would get all of them likes and shares. And
it's all about MTE, man. That's where everything comes together.
It is.
But
I miss it. I miss all the shows as well. It's just bloody hell getting to them now.
Plenty.
I get it.
Yeah.
I remember I think we said before, I did all 4 shows in 1 year. That was a big hit, a massive hit.
Jesus Christ.
So we did. Jeez, I can't remember where it started. I think it was the UK one was the first one. I think the last one, and then a month later it was off to Japan. The month after that was America. The month after that was Germany.
Yeah.
Like my body did not know where it was at.
No.
Like,
I bet.
The jet lags, the hangovers, the bank accounts,
and they're all right
the bank
there.
Accounts,
they're all right there together too. So.
I'm still trying to recover.
I can imagine.
I'd love to do the Japan one. I missed.
Me too.
We missed a good one there. Definitely.
Those guys do such an amazing job. They really do. I mean, I went to the first one, and they're 3 or 4 down the line. Obviously, Igor, Hiroshi, the whole team, and that it's just insane. It's insane how they brought up. It's great.
Yeah, and it was like anyway. Yeah, I want to go. It's just it's always December. Like it was December this time, and it just wasn't a good month for us to do it. So
yeah, I think I'll be doing the America one. Then I've got what have we got?
Martin's cool.
We've got a detailing summit in the UK near where I am, so it's like a detailing expo. So I'll be doing something there. I'll be talking about PDR, and they do all like leather repair and stuff like that. And then I'm jumping on the ferry straight to Germany, do IASRA, come back, and then a month later, Italy.
Rockstar. Rock.
Let's get straight to Germany and Italy.
I was like, any guys? What are we?
Larry, you got something to say here, buddy?
You must be looking for Smash Masters.
So that talk of strip and refit.
Strip and fit.
Baby.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, Graham's coming. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Oh, no, see, I can't go now. You can't have me and Graham in the same room at the same time.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
No. We'll just like get one of them big heads made of you and
Oh, now that's a good idea.
Like Freddie, like Igor's Freddie that he brought that year.
That was so
Matt Armillo does with Gladwell.
Still got
it. Yeah, it goes everywhere.
Still got it. Yeah. I'll have to fish that out.
Yep.
See, Ben, you're going to let a lot of people down.
Hang on a minute. When is the Azra? Let me check the dates. Is it a kid weekend?
7.
I've got the kids.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Go on,
he's doing the Olympics too, Chris. That's awesome. Say what? You heard me.
You know what?
At the Gaylord pouring palms.
The Olympics at the Gaylord.
Oh Lord.
Oh dear.
Well, yeah, gentlemen, I guess I need to get on this big crease on this Toyota and maybe help with some U-Hauls. We got a little bit going on today, so just so I could take off tomorrow and Wednesday again.
Oh well, at least you got something in there.
I don't even know what day it is. It's Monday, isn't it? Yeah,
I think so.
I've lost track on the days because I'm off at the moment. So, it's Monday podcast.
Yeah, it's kind of weird having it on a Monday, but
I like it. It's been a great one. We've had a lot of people watching. Like I said, I'm I was surprised with the number of viewers we had for a Monday morning, so it's been awesome.
That's
Because
really
of you guys, if it had been me and Brandon, we'd only had like 5.
Well, you know, we'll send a fee later. And then, I'm going to hopefully stay up for
Stefan.
Stefan's
Yeah.
podcast later on.
Smash
I'll try my best.
The Stephen
Smash
Dyke.
Masters.
I think a lot of the techs over here got the wrong end of the stick when we were sort of advertising for coming on your show. I got quite a few messages going, "Oh, I can't believe you guys are bringing the show back. Brilliant." I'm like, no.
Oops.
Did y'all share it to yours while we're live?
I don't think so.
Bloody hell, I only just managed to reset my password to get on the show, let alone managing to share the damn thing. You want to blow everything up.
I love it. Well, yeah.
Tell everybody
it
to go
was
back
fun.
and watch it. It's recorded, so they can go back and check it out.
We'll share it. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Well, it was lots of fun, guys. And
Thank y'all so much.
We'll put you in the back
Thanks for
room here in
having us.
just a minute, say our goodbyes. But appreciate y'all coming on. It's always a blast. Appreciate everybody who's watching and commenting. And we will see you
Next week.
next week. No, yeah, we got to figure out who's going to come on. But we'll be on next Wednesday at some
Happy New
point.
Year, Uncle Don.
Happy New Year.
Yep. Happy New Year, Donnie.
Yeah, to everyone.
Everybody.
See you soon, Larry. Yep.
Yeah.
Excited.
Yep. But remember, MTE's at the end of this month, and you got a month away. Exactly a month away. So January 30th through the 2nd.
Be there or be square.
Be there or be square. Or a round knob. Whatever.
Be there or be Jason Statham.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye,
Good night,
everybody.
folks. Appreciate it.